I don't use this for my face. I don't use this for my body. Because I want this for my face and my neck.
Yeah, right. And that's what we love it for as well. However, if you want that as a bonus buy, the more you shop, the more you save. I think it's $34 off with your purchase of our today's special. So stay on the line. I recommend going to hsn.com. We are busy. It's an exciting night. Not only the best value of the year on the detox pads, we have the premiere. We have the world launch of his first niacinamide serum here at HSN. This is not like any other niacinamide serum. First of all, you're going to see that it's a 10% concentration, which is huge. You're also going to see that it's packed with more than 300 biopeptides. So it is like an incredible anti-aging powerhouse with visible results.
Niacinamide. Okay, by the way, I want you all to look at the before and afters around the eye. But I want to get into this niacinamide story in just a minute. And the reason why we created this around the eye is that was my main purpose, because I was talking to actually one of my derms about niacinamide. Now, I take PO or by mouth niacinamide twice a day. Clinical studies, and again, this is not to do with this, it actually, when I'm taking a PO, it helps prevent some of basal cell carcinomas. And that's why I take it, because I've had those on my face. And so I said, okay, what can we do to get you the best product, which is gonna brighten? It's a derivative of vitamin B3 that I can also add biopeptides to make it more effective. Because listen, there's all kinds of niacinamide products. We all know the power of its brightening, helping with crepey skin and texture, okay? And this is your second layer following your detox pads. And so I said, okay, you can go out and get for $9 some niacinamide. You know, I mean, it's not, like vitamin C, there's like 10 different kinds. Niacinamide is niacinamide. But we took the strongest percentage, 10%, added 300 biopeptides. Usually, if it's mixed with biopeptides, it's ultra, you know, it's basically very expensive. But again, we're bringing it here, world launch. I've been using it for 3 months myself, twice a day for everyone. It's great for one, premature aging, in other words, or preventing aging in the younger folks. And if you have mature aging skin, it's great for, again, for brightening, skin tone, helping with fine lines and wrinkles, crepey skin. And again, originally developed around the eyes for me, but it is for your face and your neck. And you can see how Donna is applying it. We have clinical studies, we have a consumer perception study we'll get to, but of course we'll get to, after you mention whenever you like, I'll get to our beautiful
well, let's jump in. We can talk about the consumer perception study. Here we go. 100% agreed their skin felt smoother. 96% agreed dull, dry skin looks more radiant. Skin texture looks smoother. 92% agreed their skin felt more hydrated. And this is why you want to try a niacinamide, because the clinicals are really impressive, doctor.
Now remember, that's a consumer perception study, what folks think about the product. Now here's our science. This is a clinical test, it's science-based. Now again, skin tone, crepey skin, fine lines and wrinkles were all improved. And the skin brightness, but here's a great one. Trans Epidermal Water Loss was decreased. We have ectoin, allotoin, 2 hydrators in prevention of water loss. In addition, we have biopeptides, especially from cranberry, the superfood for the skin. Now, with the niacinamide, 10%, okay. So I talked to you about, let's talk about pigmentation in the lower eyelid. How many of you complain of crepey skin? Take a look in the mirror right now. You got a little bit of hyperpigmentation, the brown spots, you got crepey skin, you got those wrinkles. Watch these befores and afters 2 times a day, 4 weeks only. Look at the radiance of the skin, as we just showed in the clinical testing. Let's go to the next one. I think we have a total of like 5 of these. So number 2, here we go. We'll systematically go through that. Look at that area. Look at the luminosity, the clearing of the hyperpigmentation, the decrease in intensity. Look again at this area here. Even the little brown spots near the temple are so much softer. The skin is completely re-energized, re-innovated. And again, I'm telling you, anti-aging, mature skin, great for it, and helping with the anti-aging. But this is something you're in your 20s, I'd love to have you start. So here, I want you to look at the marionette line. Look at the nasolabial fold. That's the nasolabial fold. Here's the marionette line. Now let's put a little spotlight right here on this area. Let's move it down there. Look at that now, take a look. When we look at that, the depth has decreased. So basically what you're seeing is from the anti-aging effect, especially in this area, when we're doing deep plane facelifts. The marionette lines, the nasolabial folds, you know, might come up for maybe a month or two, but then they start to fall because they're close to the mouth. And again, so it's an area when we see an improvement, this area. How many of you out there that are listening to me say, you know what? I have that problem. And as a facial plastic surgeon, my goal is to bring you the best innovative ingredients, all clinical grade. So for all of you out there, I'm not going to bring you anything that's not effective. That's why I have science based on the clinical products that we use, all clinical grade, highest formulation, highest percentage. And here, take a look at this lower eyelid. Look at that lower eyelid with the pigmentation, the crepey skin, the wrinkles. Look at the difference. Look at the rejuvenational aspect.
I mean, that's a visible difference. I would be thrilled to see that kind of difference looking in the mirror. And if you're thinking the same thing, I want you to try a niacinamide. And I'm so glad you mentioned, you know, how much work, how much effort goes into each one of these bottles. You are dedicated to training young doctors. You speak at medical conferences around the country. You're an internationally renowned facial plastic surgeon. He's not going to put his name on anything unless it's the best of the best. He could have access to any ingredient. He could create any formula. And he also wants his clients to get the best results. This is the exact same products that he recommends to his clients pre and post-op surgery. So why spend more when you can get this great value, when you can get this luxury level with the biopeptides at $39? It's such a small price to pay for such incredible efficacy. You get the concentration, 10%. I mean, you don't see 10% niacinamide out there. You don't even know what percent it is. Even if it's on the label, it could be 1%, it could be 2%. So I like that you're getting the strength, I like that you're getting the concentration, and if you have seen great results from niacinamide and just haven't bought a serum in a long time, this is something that you can use AM and PM, right? AM
and PM, and by the way, I just used my 5 drops for my entire skin.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm getting ready for bedtime after this. So I'm using all your products here.
Do you want to brush your teeth too while you're?
No, actually,
should we make sure you're all?
Coming here.
Should we tuck you in? We've got a nice bedding set in Studio C. We can tuck you in, and you'll be here first thing in the morning.
Oh my goodness! All right, so now we're looking at Donna. So Donna, you just put this on. So these are photos that were taken right before. But when you look at her, what you're seeing is instantaneous radiance. Now, niacinamide and vitamin C are incredible for the skin brightness. And I mean, if you think about what I'm saying, is my goal is to get your skin ready to look good. Now remember, I love doing surgery, and that's what I love doing more than anything. But I will tell you, if the skin does not look good, my surgical results don't look great. So I'm optimizing my results as a facial plastic surgeon. That's why I started doing this. So the befores and afters you saw originally around the lower eyelid, niacinamide. I will tell you now, niacinamide with 300 biopeptides.
Gotta try it.
That's when I'm bringing world launch, please. And it's on auto ship if I'm not mistaken.
Right, and you'll see the difference.
This is it.
And everyone gets 30 days to try everything.